gonna have to put the Bluetooth back on because I can barely hear. Hold on. I'll put it on loud. Anybody hear me?
Season 8, baby. Yeah. Top 20 countdown, baby. Let's do it like this. Yeah. It's time to jam. It's time to slam. It's time to get your groove on up to cam. It's time to move. It's time to groove. It's time to let the beat step you soothe on big old top 20 show, baby. Oh, top 20 show, baby. Yeah, yeah.
Walks through the fire, through the flames. Ooh, yeah. Baby, I can be your driver. Drive you anywhere you want to. I can be your soldier. Yes, I'ma fight for you. Fight for your love like fight for your love like girl. Hey, if you give your all to me, it's alright. I won't treat you like them other guys. With me, you are safe. Take me to your secret place. I just wanna slide into your ocean, dive in. We gon' make a big emotion, vibing. Yeah, you love the vibe. Never knew love like this before. 'Cause if you're lost on your way, I'ma find you. And if you cry out for help, I'ma hear. And if it's time that you need. I can be a soldier. Yes, I'ma fight for you. Fight for your love like
See? That's why. I was like, they can hear me. How's everyone doing? Hello? And nobody's saying anything. What's going on, y'all? Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome.
We're great.
That's awesome. That's awesome, y'all. I just wanted to talk to you guys before we start playing the music. Yeah, the music is going to start right now, if it plays. It's going to play. Uh-oh. This is Touchstone.
that you need. I give you love and.
Anyways, so all right, we're talking to the Zizek writers right now. So Kimberly, you are the founder of this Zizek Writers, am I correct?
One of the founders. I mean, it was always been a creative collective from the beginning.
Okay. Tell us why you started this.
Ooh, lots of history there. I guess we started it because we all pretty much, a lot of us like old school members, we all met um, when it used to be a writing club at Cal State LA, and then after a minute with I think everybody was graduating, and we weren't really meeting near campus anymore, and things were evolving within the group, and we just felt like, well, let's do our own thing, and let's change the name, and we became the Isaacs Riders from that point on.
We have difficulty with that. I'm getting all guests back as we speak. Yeah, everybody, we back, we back, we back. You know, we're gonna do. I'll just add the music later. We're gonna do the interview right now. I'll add the music later. We're gonna do the interview right now. So, okay, you guys, come Joe Echoing, come down, please. Okay. As I was saying, we're talking to our guests, the ZZ Riders. How you all doing? I'm still hearing the feedback. Whoever's speaking. All right, Kimberly, keep going what you were saying. All right, whoever's echoing, I'll kick you out in a minute. Okay, Kimberly. Okay, whoever that is, you out. You out. This is crazy. This is, like I said, this is a brand new thing. I'm editing all that out. Kimberly, tell us about the organization, please. Oh, I'm
Sure. So yes, we've been around since forever, but officially as Isaac's Writers since 2011. We just celebrated our 12-year anniversary as a creative collective in May. And we've done all kinds of creative collaborative projects throughout Southern California with other creative collectives, writing groups, educators, musicians, artists, everything from writing workshops to showcases of local music and literary authors. And it just keeps getting better and better. We have published 3 anthologies. And our latest project is the Isaac Sundays podcast.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah, we just we just celebrated 1 year of recording the Isaac Sundays podcast, and it's like an extension and a representation of what we've always showcased and engaged in our entire lifetime as a creative collective. We showcase the local musical and literary talents of Southern California on our show, and we do interviews sometimes, and it's a lot of fun. And each month or season we have a different theme.
Okay, that's awesome. Yeah, because I think I was on one podcast, wasn't I? I think you featured one of my writings.
Yes,
like
you
one of my
are
poems.
featured
Yeah.
on our Unconditional and Unconventional Love episode.
All right now, yeah, I like that. I think it was Love Heals My Heart. That's the poem I did, didn't it? Didn't I? I think I remember that. I think I remember. And then you guys got something coming up in the summer. Is it at the end of summertime?
Yes.
A lot of poetry.
Yes. Our next theme that we're recording is Summer Erotica.
It's gonna get hot up in here. I can't wait for that. It's gonna be really, really cool.
Yeah,
I can't wait.
I thank you for sending us a piece for this next theme. So we're looking forward to recording it this weekend.
You know I had it in me, did you?
A lot of people surprised us. And I'm so happy to see it. We try to see what's out there by I guess we're brave to cultivate the creativity. So we're like, let's see what would be something that could challenge writers and musicians that we know. What would they want to sing or write about? And we said, well, let's see. It's summer, it's hot, it's a sexy time of year, so why not Summer Erotica?
All right now, I like that. All right now, But you guys are going to talk more to our guests, the Zizek Writers. But let's get back to this countdown. The number 18 song comes from Damien. This song is called My Sweet Lord. Let's get into it. My Sweet Lord by Damien on Big Step 20 Countdown. Yeah, you guys, that was the number 17 song, Belafonte Rock, and we're talking to our guests, the Zizek Writers. So, what was the purpose behind you starting this group? Huh? Anybody want to speak? Somebody speak. What was the purpose behind you starting this group, Kimberly? I don't think anybody. I don't think. Can you all hear me? I don't know if you
I
can.
can hear you,
Okay.
but I
What
think
was
Kimberly
the
is
Kimberly?
definitely the best one to answer that question.
Why? What was the why did you start the Zizek Writers?
Because
Kimbo, can you
uh,
hear?
yeah, I can hear you, Chris.
Take it.
So
I guess.
okay, no, I
He's
thought he was
not.
going to mute himself before I answered.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, go ahead.
Okay, I think we're good. Yeah, I think we decided to start it because I don't know, we were all like these, we were all studying and we were all, somebody had their creative outlet. So whether it was poetry, short stories, travel writing, music, dancing, visual arts, filmmaking, we found a common ground in wanting to share our gifts with our community, and we just wanted to find places to do that. And it was really exciting to find people who had the same types of ideas and visions, like, yeah, let's collaborate, let's have a workshop, let's have a showcase, let's make an anthology together. And it's all
That's
about
awesome.
bringing it all together. We have our motto. We say at the
Mhm.
beginning and at the end of every podcast. So this sort of encompasses what we're all about. We float in that midpoint between nothingness and inspiration.
Nothingness and inspiration. We are
That's awesome.
the Zizek
That's
Writers.
awesome.
So
So,
it's like
how many
people
writers?
who they have these like beautiful creative gifts and expressions, but they're trying to just find some people to just hang out and jam with and feel inspired to share with. And we just want to cultivate that spirit of free expression and creativity at whenever we can. And
How
that's
many?
totally our mission. Because there's some people who are like, oh, because we used to encounter a lot of people back in the day. They used to say,
Mhm.
oh, you're not a writer if you're not published, or you're not a musician. You're not a true musician if you don't even have an album, or you're not on the radio.
Mm,
We
okay.
don't feel that way. We just felt that's why nothingness and inspiration. You're past amateur, but you're definitely not. Just having something published or on the
Mhm.
airwaves doesn't constitute that you have more talent or more credibility or popularity than others. There's such a huge diverse diaspora of creative thinkers in our LA region, I mean, alone. And who knows what would happen if we tapped further. But that's what this podcast is doing. It's
how many poets and how many people do you have in your organization so far?
well, it fluctuates, but we've never gone beyond 8 or 10 members at some point.
Mm.
And then a lot of folks have come and gone, or they come back and they want to hang out. And hey, I started writing again, or I started composing songs again. Let's hang out again. And or some have just never left, and we continue to collaborate with each other and make these beautiful things happen with others in our community.
That's
And
awesome.
we're always meeting new folks interested in
awesome.
something like this.
That's awesome. You know, guys, when we come back, we're going to listen. We're going to have you guys, one of you all, spit a poem or whatever you guys want to do. Whoever wants to go will go. But let's get back in this countdown. The number 16 song comes from Larvin. This song is called Runaway. Let's get into it. Runaway by Larvin on Big Top 20 Countdown. Yeah, you all, that was the number 15 song, I'm Doing Better. I love that song. I really love it. Now it's time to get to the first extra song of the week. A good friend of mine, he's never been on the show. I'm trying to get him on the show, but he's also I did a play. I was in a play called Godspell. He was also one of the I forgot what character he played, but this is by his name is Doc Martin. This is his new song called With You. Let's get into it. With You by Doc Martin. Woo! Top 20 Countdown. We in the 8th season, baby. Yeah, y'all. That was the number. That was the first extra song with Doc Martin With You. The song was called With You. You can get that anywhere that you want. Now it's time for the Zyzik Writers. One of y'all, get ready. Spit something. Don't make it too long. You know, whoever wants to go, come on. Whoever wants to say spit a poem or do whatever you want to do, come on with it. Come on with it. You ready? Y'all
Are
looking
you ready?
I'm ready. I'm always ready.
All right. Well, I'm gonna do one that's kind of just let's see. I'm flipping through my book, seeing what I got. I think I'm not sure why, but I want to do this one. It's called Dead.
Oh, wow. Go ahead. Go ahead.
My teeth are dirty because of coffee cheese I bought has no melting ability in the echo of time. 3 saves me with another useless rhyme. I borrowed some booze from the store today. I didn't need them, but I couldn't afford them. One day I'll have enough money for my own clothes. They'll be brand new and brand name too. And I'm so sick and tired of being poor. Tell the man he gotta give me more. One day I won't be sad and lonely and at war. 'Cause one day I will be dead.
All right. You said one day I will be there. Uh-oh. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. That was interesting. How long did it take you to come up with that?
Honestly, that song is so old and really, I mean, testament to the group I'm part of, right? It started as a poem. And it just kind of evolved. It's only 3 verses, but it's a mid-tempo verse and then an up-tempo verse, and then you're out. I'm out.
What made you become? Because you said you've been a part of this group for a year. What made you become a part of the Zizek Writers?
Well, I met Kimberly at the South Pasadena Eclectic Festival last year around March. And we just hit it off. And then she started the podcast and asked me to be part of it. And I was more than once. And yeah, that's what happened.
Oh wow, that is awesome. That is awesome. But you guys want to talk more to our guests, the Zizek Writers? But let's get back in this countdown. The number 14 song comes from Vershawn. The song was called "I Found Someone." Let's get into it. Vershawn with "I Found Someone" on Big O's Top 20 Countdown, Season 8, baby. Yeah, y'all, we did a three in a row for you. We did Vershawn, "I Found Someone." Number 13 was "Rock and Roll," the main version. And number 12 was the Inner City Voice, Cable Town, and this song was called Beautiful. We usually do a comedy corner, but since we got the Zizek Writers, I want somebody else to spit something. Let's give one of the males a chance. Come on, brother. Come on, brother. Come up with something. We need to hear from the men. Come on, y'all.
Can you guys hear me all right?
We hear you, brother.
Awesome. I think I could do a song for you.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
A song called "Bend Down." I've been down. I've been out. And my share of regrets, fears and doubts. I've been lost, without a home. There were so many times when I didn't belong. I've been down, been wrong. I've been a fool too long. I've been taken, I've been had. With a good guy going, good guy bad. I've been broke, I've been bad. Been through hell, down to my last cent. I've been down, I've been wrong. I've been a fool too long. I've been down, been wrong. I've been a fool too long. I've been broke, but I'm here. I've been down, been wrong. I've been a fool too long.
Woo! That was great. That was great. Clap it up, everybody. It's all right. Yeah. How long have you been a part of the Zizek Writers?
I've been a Zizek member for at least 10, 11 years, maybe? Something like that.
Ah,
Sounds about
so
right.
you one of the founders.
20, maybe like 2013, man, maybe 10 years. I think Kimberly could tell me, could say that. But yeah, I've been involved not since its inception, but I was there maybe at phase two. They had kind of like their tentacles were out there, reaching other parts of the Southern California region, mainly the San Gabriel Valley area, and I believe they were part. Well, Kimberly was part of an organization, nonprofit organization, that helped the La Puente Art Walk, that helped create the La Puente Art Walk, and then that's how I first kind of like knew about the Zizix Riders and became affiliated with them, and mainly like Kimberly, like through Kimberly, we did that un poquito más art show and like poetry show, like in some random building in La Puente, and it all kind of like started there, and from ramshackle shows to very well produced productions. Me and Kimberly have been Kimberly have seen some things, and we've done some things, and it's been a pride and a blessing to be on this Zizix ship that I've been on, this journey, if you will.
Wow.
And we've changed the face of certain neighborhoods or certain communities, and that feels good. And I know Kimberly has that burning passion. So it all comes back to Kimberly. Honestly, you can collect all of us. You can collect 5 more people on here if you want, and it's all going to come back to Kimberly.
Wow. That is awesome. That is awesome. You've been around so long with Kimberly, guys. Wow, you guys have so much community. That's awesome, you guys. But you guys are going to talk more to the Zizix Riders. That's the best song on the number 11 song comes from Kevin. This song is called Legal Dreams. Let's get into a Legal Dreams by Kevin on the Top 20 Countdown. Yeah, you guys did the number 10 song was Jock Cure featuring Stone Way. The song was called Everything. Everything. Now it's time to get the second extra song of the week. The second extra song of the week comes from a really good friend. I'm getting feedback from somebody. Okay, the second extra song of the week comes from a good friend of ours, my brother. He's been on the show for a while. He's like my little brother. I love him so much. The reason why I'm pausing because I hear feedback from somebody. I might need to turn their stuff down. Anyways, the next person, free man, that's my brother Ronan Gray. He has a new song. He's actually celebrating 20 years in since his debut album, and he has a brand new song. And this song is called Freedom. Let's get into it. Freedom by the awesome Ronan Gray on Big Top 20 Countdown, Season 8, baby. Yeah. You guys, if y'all love that song by Ronan Gray, I want you all to please go and stream it, buy it, support my brother Ronan Gray. He is one of the most awesome artists in the world, and we're gonna have some more stuff from him probably next week. But you guys, we're talking to our guests, the Zizix Riders, Kimberly, everybody else. What's up, everyone? I need a shout out. I need somebody to say something. Hey, don't make feel like I'm in here by myself.
Yeah, we're just trying to hang on the mute button.
Yeah, because I wasn't. You know what? Originally, I was going to play some music, but we're going to add the music later. So I'm just going to talk to you though. Who hasn't spoken? Who wants to speak? Who wants to speak? Who hasn't spoken yet?
Mondo's
My
turn.
brother over there in the church. Say something, man. Anybody?
Hello.
What's up, man? Tell us a little bit. How long you been
Sure.
playing the Zizix Riders?
I've been part of the group on and off since Kimberly started it, and I was I was also involved in another manifestation of a writers club before that. So you know,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. You have any poems or anything you want to spit?
Yeah, sure. So I'll go
Come
ahead
on
and
with
share
it.
it right here.
Come on.
Let's see. I'm gonna paste it on the. Oops. So I double copied. Let's see. And I'll go ahead and read
All
it.
right,
Like,
man.
all right, this one's called Wandering Wonder, and it was
Okay.
inspired by the trip that we took this year to Yellowstone and to the Grand Teton Mountains,
Okay.
in combination with some folk music that I was listening to as the soundtrack during the road trip. It's
Okay.
called Wandering Wonder by Armando Ortiz. My name.
Okay. Go ahead. Go
Wandering
ahead.
Soul of Wonder. I'll start over again. Wandering soul of wonder, under the noon sun splendor, meandering through the summer inside a Hakaranda temple. A gentle river in late September, cooling our feet from a day's labor. I close my eyes to open them again and feel the season's tenor. The next moment seems frozen, her touch is forever tender, and easterly breeze sweeps, making trees sway gentle.
All right now. All right now. As they do, they'll snap it up. As they do, come on, let everybody snap, 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 snap. I feel like I'm on stage getting everybody hyped up. That was awesome, man. So how many? Is that your? How many? Do you have any books out, Armando? Do you have any books out, or do you? Or you this is just like you just do it on the fly?
Though, I don't have any books. I've been published through Zyzix, the free
Mm-hmm.
anthologies that Kimberly has organized and published, and through the group, I've been published. I came out in the Downey anthology, and I don't
Wow.
know if it was being published, but I know that we had a reading at Ninoc earlier this year, and they printed out a collection of the people that were reading, and I came out in that. So
Wow.
aside from those things, the only publishing that I've done is through my blog. So I've been writing on my blog for the last 11 years, and so it's been more like that,
Wow.
like a part-time thing, a creative outlet. Um, Not really something professional or anything, just a way to keep the mind at ease.
Yeah. Yeah. That's amazing, man. That's amazing, man. That you part something that fulfills you like that. But you guys, we're going to talk more to our guests, the Isaac writers. And I have a question for everyone when we come back. The the number 9 song comes from Dexter Dabbs featuring Elaine. This song is called "See It, Ya." Let's get into it. See it, ya. On Big Old's reggae countdown, man. Yeah. Yeah, you guys, we did 3 in a row for you. We did Dexter Dabbs featuring Elaine. See it, yeah. That was number 9. Number 8 was Times Are Hard, the reggae version. Number 7 was Stephen Marley with Old School. Now it's time to get into the independent song of the week, which comes from someone that we all know, we all love, which is me. I have a song coming out at the end of the month. It's going to be featured in John Doe's tribute episode of True Crimes, and this song is called "Never Forget You." My tribute to him, the remix. Let's get into it. "Never Forget You," the remix by me on Big Old Stop 20 Countdown. Yeah, you guys, that was the independent song of the week. We're talking to our guests, the Isaac writers. This question is for everybody. We're
That
gonna
was
start with
fire.
Kimberly. Kimberly, what is the best part of the Isaac writers for you? I'm gonna ask everybody the same question. We're gonna start with Kimberly.
That we are each other's chosen familia. I feel that we have that very deep creative synergy among us.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. What about
And we
you?
all love to take road trips.
Oh, you guys take road trips. That is so cool. You guys take road trips together.
As much as we can as a group, yeah. Or some of us, we take our own road trips, which inspire some of our writings. But we try to take one together as often as we can, at least once or twice a year.
Well, that's awesome. Kimberly, what about you? What do you think is the best part of Isaac Writers for you?
You
I
talking
just
to
What
me?
was that for me?
Yeah, you're the only Kimberly on here. You're the only Kimberly on here unless I'm talking to a ghost. All right. What's the best part of being being part of the Isaac Writers crew?
Girl, the parties.
All right now. All right now. I love it. I love it. I love it. Chris, what
Nobody
about you? What do
parties
you
like a writer.
All right now. All right now. Chris, what about you? Yeah, Chris,
You know, just being part of a community of outcasts. You know, for the most part, but just being part of a community and being able to get our voices out there and collect voices as we move along and as we progress and as we morph, as we work our way out of the San Gabriel Valley and into other communities. That's always been my favorite part. I know we do these word arounds every month at Midnight Books in Uptown Whittier, and you never know
Oh, yeah, I've
who
been
might
there.
show up. Yeah, and it's cool to get like just perfect strangers off the street and have them come in and do a workshop with us. You know, it might be something that they wanted to do for a while. It might be something that just was very random, but that little effect right there, I like that. I like being able to change someone's day, someone's month, someone's year, someone's life. With the power of words. Words are all we have sometimes.
That's right. That's right. Shout out to Midnight Books. Now, Armando, what about you? What do you think is the best part? What's the best part for you of being a Isaac writer?
The best part, the best part of being a Zizek's writer has been, being part of the group and being exposed to different platforms. Being able to read publicly, being able to kind of motivate yourself to refine your writing or try and improve your writing. The opportunities to publish, but also meeting other people that are like-minded, like Cake Shop said, outcasts, or people that are just writing for fun. They have that impulse to write, and they're not necessarily published famous writers, but they still make up the writing community, right? The ocean, the whales can't exist without the ocean. So I feel like
You right about that?
I'm part of the ocean, right? That makes up the writers community.
Wow, that is awesome. Woo! That's a good answer. That's a good answer. We can't go nowhere else. We can't go nowhere else but to the next song after that one. That one was really good. But you guys, let's get back in this countdown. The number 10 song. I'm sorry, I'm tripping. The number 6 song comes from Ikea. This song is called Self Defense. Let's get into it. Ikea Self Defense number 6 on Big Woo! Top 20 Countdown Season 8, baby. Yeah. You guys, that was the number 5 song. Yesa with Star of the East. I love that song. It's one of my favorites on this countdown. Now it's time to get into the old school gem of the week. And y'all know I love me some Janet. This summer I got a chance to go to her concert in at the Hollywood Bowl, and I'm gonna tell you, she gave us a show, especially during this song. This song is actually the Old School Gem of the Week is actually one of my favorites because this album this month will be 34 years since this album came out. This is the title track. Janet Jackson's "We Are a Part of a Rhythm Nation." Don't get me started. I might start doing the dance. Let's get into it. Old School Gem of the Week. Janet Jackson, Rhythm Nation on B. Woo! Top 20 countdown. Season 8, baby. Yeah, you guys, that was the number. That was the Old School Gem of the Week, Rhythm Nation. Um, I kind of was nice to y'all in the beginning. Now it's time to get into y'all's business. I'm gonna get to everybody's business. What's going on, everybody? How's everyone's? don't think I'm weird for asking this question, but what's going on in everybody's life, love life, the personal life? Tell me your business. I want the people to don't tell me too much. I don't want to know too much about your business. But go on, tell me about it. Let's start with Kimberly. Tell me about your business.
My business.
Yeah, give me. I want to get in your business.
I wanted to read a poem before I got into my business.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Do that. Go ahead. See, that's a clever way of getting me off the track. But go ahead. Go ahead. Do it.
Okay.
Do
I
it.
think I'm going to read the piece that I composed for our On the Road Again episode that came out earlier
Okay.
this summer. And
Okay.
it was all pieces about poetry and music about traveling and
Okay.
your favorite road tunes and what inspires you when you're out and about exploring new worlds, new lands. And my favorite place to take a road trip to is New Orleans, Louisiana.
Okay.
So this poem is about that. It's called New Orleans Ramblings.
Go ahead.
Fatchmo and I drove across the country, past picturesque Arizona, mystical New Mexico, and then what seemed a cruel, interminable deja vu cycle of cattle-peppered dunes through Texas. Texas was a bitch to drive through. And then the humid conditions, alligator gulches, and stilt homes built over the swamps began to dominate the countryside. And we both absolutely knew we finally reached Louisiana. We didn't do too much the first night, since half the day was spent driving through Texas. We ate a gorgeous Cajun fried chicken at a little local dive bar called Coop's. To this day, I don't think I've ever had a better fried chicken. So juicy on the inside and crispy golden fried on the outside. The infinite amount of secret spices encrusting the chicken leg like tiny rhinestones and sequins. We tasted the bounty of flavor gems. We could tell it was a local joint because we saw several folks walk in swamp boots and light fresh clothing with another life in the color it took after hours on the bayou. We slept like two gators on a log that night. The next morning, Fatchmo and I were starving after an endless night of ghost tales croaking outside our hotel window. And those grits and poached eggs we breakfasted needed a sweet southern chaser. We strolled down to the Café du Monde for beignets and coffee. The Mississippi floods between my toes. Immigrant servers at the Café du Monde, limp memories chained to Asia and Africa, dusted off on their sugar-powdered and coffee-stained aprons. A past wrung through millions of wash cycles, but never gets cleaned. Worn over and over again. Chicory and coffee and company, so lovely. I want to make love to New Orleans, like the froth skimming the rim of a coffee mug. It's more than the ubiquitous jazz band on every street corner. It's the state of mind, the state of music, the state of streetcars that stop at corners named after muses. Bourbon is not a drink, but a lifestyle in these parts. Absinthe swims in the recesses of Twain's Wit Center. Hurricanes are drunk, not feared. The stronger the category, the better the story. Southern hospitality is not a myth. Music marinates the meat that fuels the feet, two-stepped to a Cajun waltz, the humid heat that haunts the cold away. New Orleans, I pray. Keep my martini glass full while I'm away.
A plus, A plus, A plus. That takes care of you. Now we're gonna talk to the rest of the people. Kimberly, give me your business in 2 seconds. That's how people. 2 seconds. Like,
He has not forgotten.
oh no, I haven't forgotten. Come on now, I've been doing this for too long. I'm getting everybody's business.
Just get into it, Kimberly. Just get into it.
You're involved.
Pass the
You
potato.
don't want to say nothing. She acting like you want to say nothing now. All right, we're gonna skip you. Go to Chris.
Okay, let's just say this goddess has muses.
Oh, okay. I'm not mad at you. What about you, Armando? We're gonna put
All
Armando.
right.
Well, what about you? What's your business? Tell me your business.
My business, well, I live with my beautiful partner, Jenny. She's right there right now.
All right,
making
now.
magic, and so and then we have Penny and Sasha. They're elder dogs. We walk them. I work. I'm a public school teacher, so I try to keep my business a little bit, private.
I understand. Chris, come on. You got a couple of seconds.
My love life is just I'm loving life. That's all I gotta say. I'm loving life. I'm not looking out there for anybody. I'm not looking for anything. I'm just loving life. Loving the people who I have in it, and loving the people who I'm meeting in the future. And that's all I'm worried about. I'm just worried about my relationship with myself and my daughter. And that's all that really matters. My friends and family are all good.
That's awesome. When we come back, guys, I want you to say something inspirational. But you guys, let's get back in this countdown. The number 4 song is by Buju Banton, featuring one of my favorites. This song is called High. Let's get into it. Buju Banton features Snoop Dogg with High on Big Top 20 Countdown. Yeah, you guys, we did a 3 in a row for you. We did Buju Banton featuring Snoop Dogg, High. Number 3 was Richie Spice with Real Love. And number 2 was Virtual by Viral by Kerrigan. Now it's time to get into the number 1 song. The number 1 song is by Sean Paul and Beres Hammond. This song is called Rebel. Let's get into it. Rebel Times by Sean Paul and Beres Hammond on Big Hope's Top 20 Countdown. Yeah, you guys, that was the number 1 song. Before we sign off, I want someone to say just one line of something inspirational. Every one of you guys, say something inspirational. Just one line, not a whole diary. Just one line of something inspirational. We're gonna break the monopoly. Let's start with you, Chris. Say something inspirational. One line, not a whole paragraph. You ready?
Who's first?
I'll go first.
You, Chris.
Yeah.
So, Armando, go first.
One of my favorite lines is from Arthur Ashe. He says, "Start where you are, do what you can," and I forgot the rest.
It's all right. You said enough. Kimberly, you're next. One line, not a whole paragraph. Uh-oh, she's thinking.
I'm here. It
Go
would
ahead.
be curiosity is a virtue. Anthony Bourdain.
That's awesome. Kimberly? She doesn't know.
Sparrow.
Okay.
Sparrow.
Okay. And say the best for last, Chris. One line, inspiration. Give me some inspiration, bro.
Sparrow first.
I was just telling you my name.
Oh, Sparrow. Oh, okay.
Sparrow.
Okay. Oh, say it.
Doing what I can, the best I can, when I can.
That's awesome. Now, say the best for last. You, sir.
I don't have anything poetic to say. I don't have a quote, but I will say spend more time with your friends and family and check in on friends and family. Mental health is physical health, and physical health is all wrapped up together. Take care of yourself.
That's awesome. I want to say thank you to our guests, the Zyzik writers. Thank you to all the stations that have been with me for the past. This is the 8th season. I can't believe it. We all the way in season 8. The Block FM, now SoCal Radio, Kill Radio, Apple Podcasts, Podcast Chasers, everyone, and all the listeners who's been holding me up for the past 8 seasons. And on top of that, too, I want to say thank you to the Podcast Awards. I won 2 awards this past podcast season. I won 2 awards: the People's Choice Award and the Entertainment Podcast of the Year. Thank you so much to you guys for awarding that to me. And
That's awesome.
we always thank you very much. And the thought for the week is keep on going, and you will never ever be defeated. Now, we always end this with the thought of the week. With the gospel song of the week. Our gospel song of the week is by Angela Wilson. I don't know, I saw this on Instagram. I was like, oh, I like this. This song is called My Jesus. Let's get into it. My Jesus by Angela Williams on Big Old Stop 20 Countdown. May God bless you. May God keep you until we meet again. And y'all, that's the end. That's the end of the podcast, y'all. We did it. Thank you guys so much for coming on. I appreciate every single one of you all. Thank you for hanging with me, especially when I cut off. Thank you. I appreciate you guys. I'm gonna log off, y'all. This is the end. On the end of the recording.
I love you guys.
All right.
Love you guys.